So I'm cooking Italian tonight. I'm getting a little bit of a late start, as normal. I was helping my husband. He's putting in some new lights at a new listing that I have. So I was over there helping him. I always feel bad when he's got to work late. And I try to help as much. But of course, I completely forgot that I had promised somebody that I would be cooking tonight. So here I am. All right, so tonight what we're making, let me show you. We have Italian sausage. Now, I cheat. I always use Hunt's because it's quick. A little diced tomatoes. And then what we're going to throw in there is also for this with your noodles. For instead of noodles is Italian sausage, something or another. Hey, you're making Italian too. Woohoo. Hey, Miss Clover. God, I bet she's as big as a weed because I haven't seen her since her first birthday. That's really bad. So bear with me. Savannah is going to get... Hey, Mark. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, Colleen. I saw you, girl. Let's see. Who else is hanging out with us tonight? Randy. Hey, Randy. How's it going? All right. Oh, you know what I need? Especially since I'm making something with tomato sauce, I need a apron. So, bear with me. All right. Red and black. Georgia colors. Hey, Ricardo. Hey, Billy. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out. All right, look. Look, I want to show you my little man. That's my little man. He's going to be holding you until Savannah comes back with... Okay, maybe he won't be holding you. Let's see. Nope. This video is going to feel like you're on a rocky boat. Not long, though. Here she comes. I can hear her coming. So, we would love to come see y'all as soon as we get a free second, which doesn't feel like that'll ever happen anytime soon. Hey, Miss Jenny. Glad you're hanging out with me. Okay, guys.
You don't even have your stand yet.
I know. It's going to get rocky here in a minute. That's got to turn sideways somehow. There you go. There she blows. Hey, everybody. Say hey to Savannah. Hi, Marty. You're supposed to wave, dork.
You're the one waving at them.
Okay. So I said...
Buddy.
All right. Hold on, y'all.
Get down from there. Come on. Out.
Buddy, the amazing jump off second floor dog. Okay. So anyway, you're making me drunk. I'm sure I am. I sure I am. There we go. So, bear with me. I literally just ran into the house to get started on all of this. Adam, hey Adam. Hey Noah. Thanks you guys for hanging out and watching. All right. So, I cheat. When I make any kind of tomato sauce, I cheat. What I use is Hunt's, because, and I can make homemade tomato sauce, or spaghetti sauce, or pasta sauce, or marinara, that's what you call it, but most of the time I cheat. Now my mother-in-law made some homemade spaghetti sauce with meatballs the other night, and that stuff was the jam. It was so good. Hey, I thought you were helping me. She ain't helping. All right, so I got to get us a pot. I know. Aw, thanks, honey. So what I do is I normally will use, hey, James, thanks for hanging out. Normally what I'll do is I will cheat by using that sauce, and then I add some diced tomatoes in it. And then I'm going to throw a bunch of seasoning in it, even though it already has some. So, not yet. All right, so there's that. Oh, we better turn it on. When Savannah realized that I was going to be filming this, she's like, oh man, it's going to take us forever to get dinner. Once you start filming, you don't shut up. So, all right, we got to add a little oregano. Now, you guys, I just kind of, I make it, I don't really measure it. That's Miss Sharon. She said she'd help me.
Hello.
You know what? Fill that up to about there with water. Thank you, honey. All right, I'm gonna throw some bay leaves in it. Hey, Mark. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna put 2 bay leaves. Okay. Let's see what else. I put oregano. I'm gonna throw some basil. Not a lot on the basil. Probably a half a teaspoon. And keep going. We're gonna throw some garlic powder in there. Y'all, we love some garlic powder in this house. Anything garlic. Now on the garlic powder, I would say I'm putting about 2 teaspoons. Hey, Miss Donna.
That much?
That's perfect. Thank you, ma'am. No, that's perfect. That's what we're going to put our pasta in. Hey, Mr. Michael. All right, so we're going to get that stirring and let that start heating up, and I'm going to then work on cooking my Italian sausage. Hi, Tim and Angie. Hey, Megan. Excuse me. I got choked. All right, so I'm going to slide that over, and I'm going to turn it down kind of low, which my husband would be shocked because he says I never cook anything on low. And then we're going to start on our Italian sausage. Oh, look at all these. Y'all know I love my cast iron pans. I got one for every size. We got the little one, the medium one, bigger medium one, and then we have the big Mama Jamma, which is what we're going to use tonight. So I need some scissors. Hey, Mr. Dean. Y'all all probably are finished eating already, and I'm envious because I am about to starve. All right. Now, I've already got this heating up. Hey, Harold. Long time no see. All right. And can y'all see okay? Can you see what I'm doing? There we go.
I think you lost it.
No, I haven't lost it just yet. You be a nice sister. You're not supposed to be a mean
I
sister.
don't hear them talking to you.
They're not going to talk. They can't. You won't ever hear them talking to me, silly lady.
Wow.
All right. Because it just doesn't work that way. So, all right. Now, that's starting to heat up. Hey, Lydia. And so in the meantime, just tell you a little bit. This stuff is the best stuff ever. Okay? And I normally grab a big bag of it from a place called BJ's. But I didn't have a chance to go to BJ's, so I grabbed it there. And we're going to see. I think I will let her know, Colleen. I think that it's not going to be that good. I think it's going to be overload on the amount of stuff that we're putting in it. But my daughter said, try it. So we're trying it. And that's how things work around here. You go with the flow and hope that it works out okay. So, bear with me. All right. Now, the nice thing about using cast iron pans is a lot of times they're already pre-seasoned, and they're very, very easy they have a really good even heat on the bottom, and they're really easy to cook with. They're also super easy to clean. Now, you do have to keep them seasoned. That is part of it, but if you ever are curious on how to keep them seasoned, let me know, because I found a really neat article in Southern Living that I cut out, and I actually put it over there on my cabinet door. And then that's how I keep up with how to season it, how to take care of it, what happens if you need to re-season it, whatever else. So, all right. Now, it's going to take me about 20 minutes to cook the sausage. And you know what, guys? This sausage is red. Normally, it's not this red. But it's a new type. I'm not using the same one I normally use. So, kind of wonder if I got enough sauce here for all of this, but I think I'll be okay. I don't know. Anyway, so how many of you actually like to cook? Now, Colleen, you're not allowed to say anything because I know you like to cook. I don't know about Dean. And I know Michael likes to cook. He's a really good cook. So, but Michael may be sick of cooking. He's been in the restaurant. He was in the restaurant business forever, so he may be really sick of cooking. But I personally could never work in the restaurant business. Let me tell you guys, I worked in Chili's once when I was like right out of high school or right around, hey BJ, right around school time. And I was a horrible waitress because I couldn't remember that people wanted stuff. And so, yeah, I didn't get tipped too well. And then what happened? You see what happened was there was these people who came in with all their crazy kids. And I swear them kids were doing a food fight. And those heifers left me like $1 and change. And it was a table of like 4 kids and 4 adults. Ooh, I was mad. After that, I was like, I'm done. Y'all can keep this restaurant stuff. I'd have made probably a really good bartender.
You are, dude.
What are you knocking my stuff over, woman? So, yeah, I made a good bartender, but what had happened was, but as far as waitress, nope, my mind, nope. So what we're going to do is I'm going to brown the sausage on all 4 sides, and then I'm going to add some water, and I'm going to let it steam, basically. And at that point, we're going to let it steam for about 15 minutes. Once we've steamed it, and my stuff over here, my sauce, once it's done, not done, but we're just going to let it slowly cook the whole time that this is cooking. Once this is finished, and we finish steaming it, I'm going to get out my big Mama Jamma cutting board, and I'm going to cut it up, and slice it up and throw it into my sauce. Now, I may not, since this is so much Italian sausage, I probably won't put all that in there because, again, there's Italian sausage in my ravioli that I'm going to be using tonight. So, honestly, this meal should only take me about 30 minutes to put together. Hopefully, it does. Aw, you leaving us? Ooh, I wish I could put some fresh shrimp on it, but my mother-in-law hates shrimp. She calls them roaches of the sea. And it's really a bummer because I love seafood. But we need a good seafood restaurant around here, by the way. All right. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. This stuff's starting to cook. My sister's over here making fun of me and giggling at me. She's not being nice.
You ain't being nice.
I am. I'm always nice.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm really not. You're right. I'm not.
You're right. You all right.
I'm evil. Evil, I tell you. So we found out that the dog that got rescued yesterday. Hey, Michael. Hey, Bruce. Yay. So we found out that the dog that got rescued yesterday, he didn't have a chip. So this little couple was thinking of possibly keeping him, and I really am trying to convince them to keep him. Because I'm really good at convincing people to keep animals. But we'll see. And if she does it, I should know something pretty soon. And if she doesn't, I'll let y'all know still. If y'all really, really want him, he's so sweet. He'd make a really good dog to have. Any dog would make a really good dog to have. So that's my theory. And I'm sticking to it. Now tomorrow I have to go to a funeral. And not excited about funeral. Never am. But now here's the question. I was writing the word funeral down in my calendar the other day. Why is the word fun in funeral? That is an oxymoron. Even though, if something happens to me, y'all better have fun at my funeral. I'm coming back to haunt every one of you. Better have fun at my funeral. Y'all better have like a throw down. I want a pig roast in the ground. I want to hear some Led Zeppelin. And you know I got to hear some Free Bird. Hello, I'm from the South. Let's see what else. And, you know, I say y'all have a good old party because I think that would be fun. Hey, Mark, thanks for hanging out. That would be a lot of fun. Because, first of all, you're not putting me down in that ground. We're going to have us a bonfire. My idea, though, okay, so once we have a bonfire and y'all get my ashes, what I want you to do, this is a really good idea. So none of y'all are allowed to steal it. But when you get my ashes, I've always loved traveling and I've always wanted to travel all over the world. So what I want you to do is I want you to set up people all over the world. And all you got to do is box me up. You don't have to be anything special. I don't really care. Just make sure you get tracking because I don't want to get lost. But box me up because you know if somebody found me, that would be really bad. And they'd be mean to me and probably put me somewhere that wouldn't be cool. And then I'd have to haunt them. But box me up and send me to like Ireland for 2 weeks. They don't even have to take me out of the box. You know, they don't even have to know what's in the box. And that way I can hang out in Ireland for like 2 weeks. If you can find somebody, take me to a couple pubs with them. They get like extra money for doing that. But anyway, so I stay in Ireland for 2 weeks. You then package, you know, send me on to my next destination. And the cool thing is if they could watch and see where I was at a certain time. Like my family could look and say, oh, Mom's hanging out in China now, which I don't really particularly care to go to China. But I do want to go to Fuji. I want to go to Fuji. That would be fun. Hey, Tony. So I think that it's a fabulous idea. And I really think that if I could find a way to come up with a way to do that, we all could make a lot of money. So, don't you think? What do you think, Sharon? Yeah? So, I think it's a fabulous idea. And again, they don't have to take me out of the box. And that's another thing. Make sure my urn's really cool. That would be neat. But I don't really care. And if you don't do that, then I say go ahead and just spread me somewhere cool. Or I could go skydiving. If I never get a chance to go skydiving, I want to go skydiving. Hey, Lori, that would be fun too. Just throw me out on the plane. Then I could be scattered everywhere. That would be cool. So, yep, I think it's a fabulous idea. I'm not going to tell you the idea I've heard from other people about what to do with their ashes, but mine is the best one yet. I'm convinced. All right, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I am too. Ha! That's funny. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else has already come up with this idea. Y'all, I have ideas all the time. Y'all remember on Saturday Night Live when they used to do Deep Thoughts by so-and-so? Have that kind of thing happen to me all the time. I have all these deep thoughts of ways that things that would be cool. Like, for instance, the fun and funeral. I just don't get it. So, all right, these are getting brown. They're getting pretty. And they're little strips of brown, and then I have to flip it to the next side so it'll get a little strip of brown, and then I flip it to the next side. So, but, yep. Yes, I am living in Newton County. One day, I am going to live somewhere that has very little humidity. Unfortunately, with the humidity that we have here in Georgia, it causes me to have severe migraines. So during summertime, instead of being out there doing all the fun stuff, I end up hibernating because if I get out and get overheated, I get a serious migraine. When I say serious, I mean that stuff ain't that ain't nothing to be playing with. The first one I ever had, I thought, I am way too young to be having an aneurysm. And I really thought I was having an aneurysm. I thought something was seriously wrong in my head. Now, yes, there is something seriously wrong in my head, but that's besides the point. So, Yeah, I don't play with those migraines. They're not fun at all. But I do want to be able in the summertime to go out and do stuff. I want to go hiking. I want to go, camping. Speaking of camping, I probably won't go camping. Aw, thanks, Marty. That's so nice. Make sure to have fries. You guys, you gotta have fries with Chick-fil-A sauce and dip your fry in the Chick-fil-A sauce. It's really good. So anyway, so make sure you have fries and Chick-fil-A sauce and have one. You gotta go like they do with shots of alcohol. You gotta go in Tulin. Speaking of camping, you guys, love doing anything outdoors. Love being outside. So my husband and I, every time that we have tried to go tent camping, it becomes a downpour. And I don't mean just any downpour. It's like a flash flood warning to where the last time we went, our kids' tent was flooding. So this has happened to us probably 5 times. We finally said, that's it. We're just not meant to tent camp anymore. And the very first time that we went camping, my husband was like, we went right above Helen, Georgia, and I was 23, I think, and we got up there, and it was so cold. Woo, it was cold. I had on so many clothes, and I was still freezing. And Keith over there was trying to start a fire, y'all. And his fire was like this big. And it kept going like this because of the wind. And I'm sitting there in the tent, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then it started snowing. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? It's snowing? Hey, John. I haven't seen you in forever either. Anyway, so it was snowing. He's over there with his tiny little fire. He's like, I'm not leaving. You wanted to go camping. You are such a camper. Hey, Marion, you wanted to do this. And so he said, I ain't leaving. I said, I'm leaving. I'm not staying here and freezing. And that's not a fire. I don't know what that is. He said, well, if you going to go into town, I said, I'm going to find a hotel. He said, well, you paying for it. By God, I did. But that night I had a fireplace. They were booked in Helen. Everything was booked. And so what ended up, my cheap camping trip cost me $300 because nobody had a vacancy except for a condominium thing, like where you rent right there along the river. Oh, nuh-uh, he's not your cousin. Hey, Shane. So, cheap little camping trip cost me a lot of money, but I didn't care. When I got to where I went, I had me a nice little fire in my fireplace, and I was warm, and I had a good time because I was not happy otherwise. I can handle a lot of camping, but I was not prepared for snow and wind gusts of like 900 miles an hour. No, not going to happen. So, all right, we're getting somewhere, y'all. This stuff's cooking. This ain't. Why ain't this cooking? Y'all know if I'm cooking and videoing, nobody's eating till 8 o'clock. This seems to be the way it goes. So, all right. I want a new stove. He sure is. Ask him. Are you this crazy man's cousin, Marion? I don't know that I'd blame him. He called you crazy. So now I got to get about 1/4 of a cup of water. Where's all my measuring cups? Aha! my beaker. I love the beaker. Hey, Russell, Susan, Robin. Hey, guys. Hey, Miss Stephanie. No, I didn't call her yet. One in the family. I'm sure it does. So, I want this one little piece over here to get a little more brown before I start to put everything else. Because I'm going to put a lid on this. Now, my pans didn't come with lids, but luckily I have big giant stock pans, and I have one that will fit right on top of this. Stephanie, you missed out about how, when I pass away, how I'm going to travel the world. And my kids will be able to see where I'm at. It'll be awesome. It's a new brainstorm I have. All right, we're getting there. Get over there. Scoot over, little piggy. So, I know I've asked y'all about this before, but I need someone to come, and my yard looks like Jumanji, and I need, hey Auntie, I need someone to come and get it back in good shape. You're going to Taco Bell. Nope. Hey Chuck. Nope, I am not traveling as a ghost. I will have to tell you tomorrow because it's a fabulous idea. Isn't it, y'all? Isn't my idea a fabulous idea? For those of y'all who were watching earlier. All right. See? Big giant lid. All right, water. It's about to go. Hold on. There. Smells amazing. Okay, I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. I'm going to cook it for 15 minutes. Hey, Deborah. Y'all tell me what movie that is from. I bet y'all don't know. And if you're under the age of 35, you probably don't. Because I'm old. But I'm okay with that. You know what comes along with old is wisdom. And not caring what others think. That's a fabulous feeling. Hey, Miss Amber. So, this is starting to really heat up too, which is looking pretty. So once this is done, like I told y'all, I have a big Mama Jamma cutting board. Big Mama Jamma. And I'm going to use it to slice up the Italian sausage, so that I can then throw it into my sauce pot. Once I throw it in the sauce pot, I'm going to let it sit in there for about 10 minutes. And at that point, I'm going to start cooking my ravioli. We do a lot of Italian in this house, and I don't think any of us are Italian. But it's my favorite food. So, that's what gets ate. All right. Bear with me. So we got the Italian sausage on. Sauce on. What else? Am I missing anything, Miss Sharon? Okay, that we're going to put on in a minute. Once this is done. Because I love, my stove is such a wonderful stove that only one of my big one of the big eyes works, the other one does not. And then I have these itty bitty little eyes. So they can't really, they're worthless. That's what this one's on, and that's okay. But I saw on Facebook Marketplace the other day a Viking stove, and that stove, I swear to y'all, well, y'all can't see this, but it was about the size 2 of my stoves. And it had the grill, not the grill, but the griddle. Hi, Miss Barbara. And it was so nice. And they said it was $1. Now, I'm a little mad. They had a Viking stove for $1. And it was a pretty teal green, teal blue. They lied. It was not $1. It was nowhere near $1. It was a lot of dollars. But oh my goodness, that would have been amazing. Imagine the cooking I could do then. And imagine the shows I could do. Ooh! Could I write it off? Don't know. You know what I think this sauce needs? A little bit of fresh black pepper. Okay, about 3. Y'all, I have never claimed to be a good cook. I have never claimed to know what in the world I'm doing in here. But I sure am having fun because you guys are hanging out with me. And nobody died yet from my cooking. Actually, they say I'm an okay cook. Don't ask my mother-in-law. She'll tell you a lie. So, hey, Mr. Gray. No, I'm not even going there. So, once this is done, which we will only have 11 minutes left, I'll be chopping it up, making sure that, and of course, before I do all that, I'm going to make sure there's no pink left, of course. But otherwise, I'll be getting it all ready so I can throw it in my sauce. And I'm so excited. I do kind of wish, hey, Miss Tanya. Hey, Mudesser. Did I say that right? Or did I just absolutely butcher your first name? And if so, I am so sorry. You know what? Everybody butchers my last name. So, oh, geez. Here comes smart aleck remarks from Mr. Keith Lowther. He always loves to give me a hard time about, I've already told everybody, Keith, that my Keith is not getting fed till 8 o'clock. Okay, maybe a little after 8 because I think it's 7:50. It ain't going to be ready by 8. So, but yes, I am going to travel the world once I have passed away in a box. And it's not going to be a casket. I'll explain later. Hey, Miss Mindy. Mindy Smith Melinda Costley. Hello. So, we are cooking Italian. Well, let me back up. I'm making a marinara sauce that's going to have some Italian sausage in it, along with some ravioli that has Italian sausage in it. And this was a request from my daughter because otherwise I would have never made all of that Italian sausage in this Italian dish. No. It just sounds like way too much. Hello, Mr. Jim. But in the meantime, I wish I had thought about it. Hey, Miss Janine. Wait. Y'all, I don't have my glasses on. I can't half see. So I wish I had made a salad with this. Do we have any salad in the fridge? Like, I don't think we do, actually. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think we do. So I wish I had made a salad with this because this is a lot of carbs, y'all. Whole lot of carbs. But that'll also, you know what else I'm going to throw on top? Have any of you ever had Pecorino Romano? It's a type of cheese. And it is so good. Now, it has a bit of a bite to it, but it's really good to bring out flavors on certain things. So I'm going to throw some of it on top once we're done for each person. It'll be really, really good. I feel like Jeopardy. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And I'm done. So, all right, guys. We're getting there. Bear with me. Ah, sugar. That just splattered. Did y'all see that? That splattered all over me. That was no fun. Seriously splattered. I hope that these things are not... Okay, good. They're not still on. Because I was thinking, y'all are not going to be able to hear me very well if that's the case. I was so excited today because one of my past clients, and I think he is the coolest dude ever, and he's 90, and he friended me on Facebook because I think he just got on Facebook, and I just think that is so awesome. I love this man to death. He just blows my mind at how active he is, and I'm so excited that he's on Facebook now. He's so sweet. Hey, Miss Misty. But we are going to be starting a book club. So any of you entrepreneurs out there want to join us, you're more than welcome. We're going to start in February, and we're going to start, the first book we're going to do is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So I'm curious. I think that was the name of the book. Anyway, I'm curious to see how it goes. I will let you know. And we'll be talking about it probably on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays when we do our little 12 o'clock noon live shows. So for those of you who have not come to watch our live shows, y'all should, because we all act a fool on it too. And who doesn't love to watch somebody acting a fool if it's not you? Speaking of which, I never watch these. Never. After I finish filming them, I do not watch them, because if I watch them, y'all would never see me on film again. You'd never see me do these again. I do not like the way I sound. I really feel like I sound like I should be out hog tying stuff. Hi, Gary. And like I said, hi, Michelle. I do not like the way I sound, and probably wouldn't like the way I look or anything. I would pick myself apart just like every other woman probably does. Which, speaking of which, there was this lady I met one day in TJ Maxx, and she looked fabulous, and I'm the weirdo that'll come up to you and go, "Hi, you don't know me, but I think you look beautiful." That is true. I've done that a lot. So they probably think, you're a weirdo, but anyway, hopefully it made somebody's day. She did. She looked beautiful in what she had on. Hey, Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy, you gotta go back and watch the first of this once I post it, because I have a good idea, and most people think I'm crazy, but I think it's a really good idea. Anyway, and it's about dying. I know, so weird. Anyway, so I went to this lady in TJ Maxx, and she was a black lady, and I said, she was probably in her late 50s, and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, but I think you just look absolutely beautiful." And she goes, "Well, thank you." And I said, I just thought I said, "I know this sounds weird, but I just thought you should know that you look very nice today, and I couldn't help but tell you." And she's like, "Okay." And I said, "And I know as women, we can be very negative about ourselves and not think that we look nice and everything else." And she says, I said, "And we can talk, in our heads, we probably have a conversation about how we don't look so pretty." Now, you guys, I wasn't rambling like I am now. It sounded a lot better that day. And she goes, "I don't." And I said, "Oh, well, that's nice. I wish I could say the same." So, hi, Trina. And so, I said, "Well, I hope you have a good day. Sorry to bother you." Jeez Louise. Here goes the crazy dogs. So when I walked off, that whole day I sat there going, "Well, how'd she do that? How do you have such confidence and not ever beat yourself up about your looks or about your weight or whatever it may be? How do you get that confident? That is awesome." And I really, the whole day it bugged me. I really wish I had went back. Are you leaving me? I wish I had went to her and said, "Tell me how you do that." Because, especially in my time, when I was growing up, you were supposed to be like a size 2 or 4. And there's nothing wrong with being a size 2 or 4. But some of us are never, nor were we ever a size 2 or 4. So when the whole world's telling you that you're fat, and you're really not, so it just would be nice had that confidence, man. That would, but I'm working on it, y'all. It's gonna be I'm gonna get it. I am. That's the whole point here, was getting older and not caring what people think. And so I am at the point that if I want that piece of cake, I'm gonna eat it. But you just gotta be responsible, and that's where I'm at now. With that being said, do I need to lose some weight? Am I healthy? Probably not. I know that I could stand to lose 20 pounds. But you know what? I'm having fun. I'm enjoying life. And I will get to that at some point if I want to. So, if you don't like it, I'm okay with that, because my husband loves it. He likes a woman a little bit of curves, and I'm okay with that too. So, hey, Miss Heather, eat the cake. That's right. Eat the cake, girl, because life is short. You don't know if you're going to have that piece tomorrow or if it's going to be available. So go ahead and eat it. And I'm just saying, I have found as I got older, the more beautiful women were the ones who did not care what you know, not that they didn't care, but they didn't care what others thought about them. And they could walk into a room and command the attention of most anybody in there because of their personality and their confidence. And to me, that's what it's all about. And let me tell you, I walk into every room like I own it. Okay, maybe not own it, but I'm going to know everybody there before I leave. That's for sure. So, hey, Yvonne. So, because people are fascinating. You never know what you'll learn. You never know who you'll meet. And you never know who you'll help. And remember, like if somebody's having a bad day, make them smile. It's so much fun. So much fun to watch somebody who has a really awful looking face, and when they smile, their face just changes to this beautiful, maybe they didn't have such an awful looking face. That probably was the wrong way to put it. But little deep thoughts by Lynn Pinkles. So, right, Miss Sharon. Y'all, I'm talking to my sister for those of you who are just joining us. She's helping me tonight a little bit. She's already filled up my stock pot and everything. This is my big sister. You are, I think, 16 years older than me. She's older, but she's in much better shape than I am. This woman walks like 20,000 steps a day. She is in amazing shape. So, but her and I both, we don't care what people think. And we're okay with that. So, we are, woohoo! I have ran my mouth long enough that we can now start chopping these up. All right, hold on. I gotta get my special. So, while that does that, you guys, I'm gonna start cutting and slicing what I do have out. Let me put this in the sink. Okay, so I'm back. And I'm about to start and make sure that these are cooked all the way through. Anytime you cook anything pork, you definitely want to make sure that there's no pink. Now that, you guys, that's seasoning. So there is no pink in these, which is good. Bear with me. I'm a little slow cutter. All right. Now, here comes Crazy Dog. Y'all, it still blows my mind that this dog jumped off of the second level of my house. We have a balcony that is above our garage, and my stupid dog decided that he was Superman and wanted to fly. And literally while I was on video, on one of those noon videos, he jumped off of the darn balcony. I thought I was going to look over that balcony and find a dog that was splat, literally splatted on the ground. He wasn't. He was out running around. He was fine. Insane. Hello, baby.
Hello.
Almost done with dinner. Yes, I am videoing.
Good woman right there. Good woman.
Haha. I don't know about that.
I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, you're sweet. Hey, Richard. Okay. So, he wasn't even limping. All right. Do any of you that don't eat pork? I'm curious how many people don't eat pork. Because the more I talk to people, the more I find out they don't, which is pretty wild. There's very few food that I won't eat. I even like escargot. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's got to be prepared correctly. That's snails. My mother, when I was a kid, she tricked me. Hey, John, she tricked me into eating them. We were in Pigeon Forge, and back then, you could go up and spend a weekend there at a really nice house because they were trying to sell timeshares, but the timeshares were actually the houses themselves. And so part of the deal was come up, stay in the house, you get free dinners and everything else. So they had a really super duper nice restaurant that you went to. And we were sitting there and Mom said, would you like to try some escargot? And I'm like, what is that? She's like, it's really good. It's got a lot of butter. It's just really, really good. You'll like it. So I said, sure. Well, let me think. How old was I? probably 9 or 10. And so we had ate a whole appetizer plate full of escargot, and I loved it. I was like, oh. So I wanted some more, and my mother's like, you want some more? We'll order some more. I was like, yeah. So the waitress comes up and she says, would you like some more snails? And I went, excuse me, what? Mom? Well, my mom's like, oh no. You just said that you liked that. You enjoyed that. Don't start with I don't like it because I found out what it is. So I really couldn't. But so ever since, I've enjoyed it, but you have to be careful because, I mean, sometimes they're not so good if they're not cooked. They have to be cooked correctly. Otherwise, they're very good. I've always told my kids you should try something 3 times to see if you like it. Same way with sushi. First time I tried sushi, I did not like it. Hey, Miss Ellen. Hey, John. I already said hey, John. Hey, Keith, my honey, my baby. Hey, Steven. So you should try something 3 times to really decide if you like it. With sushi, the first time I tried it, I hated it. I was like, this is disgusting. So the gentleman at that time that I was dating, he was like, no, you got to try it again. He said, I promise, you try it 3 times, by the 3rd time, you'll be craving it. And sure enough, by the 3rd time, I craved it. And now I love it. Now, there are certain things with sushi I am not eating. For instance, and I have had, but I've had, trying to think of it. Oh, octopus. Blah. No, not for me. Those suckers are really chewy. I don't like it. Nope, not doing it. I don't like that. I'm not big on scallions. Onions, scallions, don't like those. They're a little too oniony for me. It's funny how your taste change though as you get older. When I was a kid, you couldn't get me to eat an onion. I didn't care if it was cooked or anything. And today, I still don't like them raw, but I love them cooked. Now, hold on. And funny thing is me and my husband both hated onions forever. And that was one of the things that his parents thought was funny is because we both hated onions. But we both are the same way now. We both like them if they're cooked very well, but we don't particularly care. We're not eating them if they're raw. All right. So now, Miss Sharon, if you want to put that water on right here, it is ready for that, baby. I'll turn the heat up. Thank you, ma'am. See, she's my sous chef for tonight. So, but, let's see, what am I at? Okay, so it's 10 minutes over. I'm going to let this cook in my sauce for about 10 minutes. And then it will be ready to go. So, pretty much, this is it, guys. The ravioli only takes 4 minutes. And since this is done, you figure that took me maybe, let's see, how long have we been on? Anybody know? Let's see, hold on. It don't show me till I get off. So I'm thinking about 30, 40 minutes. And I am still looking for those that'll let me come and hang out with them while they cook and let me video it. It's not bad, just don't watch the video afterwards. That's all I say. All right. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Check out the video. Now on Wednesday, I won't be there, but that doesn't mean that Stephanie and Dwayna aren't hilarious, which they are. I wouldn't hang out with any fuddy-duddies. And you guys have a wonderful week. Try to make somebody smile tomorrow. And always remember, if you need a good real estate agent, I know one who would love to help you guys. That's the reason I get out of bed in the morning, to see who I can help. So I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching. Bye.